Austin's is technically located in Winter Park, Florida. I know that on any GPS, if you put in like Winter Park coffee shops, you'll find Austin's Coffee. My name is Jackie. I'm one of the owners of Austin's Coffee and Film. There's actually two other owners, my brother-in-law Stephen Moore and my husband Sean Moore. We've been in business here for 4 years. Austin's has been 5 years in October, but we took over a year and a half ago. It was a failing business, and my brother-in-law, who's a local artist, was grieving the thought of Austin's being closed. He just couldn't fathom that, his favorite little hangout. And one of the few dying art places in Orlando was gonna be set to close, and he's like, "You should buy Austin's." And I'm like, "No, you should buy it, it's your hangout." And it just became a back and forth thing between him and me and my husband about, you know, who should buy it. And I was like, "Well, you buy it and I'll run it." And then back and forth it became, "Okay, you buy it and we'll be partners in it." So there you go. I left my firm family restaurant job that paid the bills to come off into this adventure and try to save a sinking ship. And I think the customers have really voted with their wallets to keep it open. So they've been the ones that have supported this place completely. I'd probably say about 70 to 80% of the clientele are regulars here. A lot of them know each other, so they may know each other closely or distant. That's what I've enjoyed the most. Is I like knowing my customer base. I like getting to know people. I like getting access to a more personal setting with them. That's kind of the appeal for the shop, is a community.
I'm Erica Greco at ericagreco.com, and I'm a graphic designer here in town, and I come to Austin's because I feel like family when I'm here, and I come and hang out with Jackie. She's like a good friend of mine now since I've been coming in for probably 6 months or so, every Monday and Friday, same seat, same spot, and she knows my order, gets it ready before, you know, she'll see me coming around the corner sometimes, and it'll be ready when I get inside. And I guess, you know, the atmosphere, you become friends with everybody, all the regulars, just from being here all the time. And I actually didn't even like coffee before I came here, and I think it's because I'd never had good coffee before, so I'm a coffee fan now just from coming to Austin's and having coffee every single day. So.
Well, first of all, we come to Austin's because we are a salon next door, Magnolia Salon and Spa, and we always come over here because we don't have many breaks, and Austin's is just like a family to us. We have our little coffee, our bagels, our chicken chipotle sandwiches, whatever the case is. We come over here to eat, fellowship with Jackie.
I feel like Austin's is the closest thing to Boston I can get, and I miss home a lot. So I'm here even when I'm not working. It's really funky, and it's a lot more city than anything else I can find.
And they also have really great customer service, and their food is delicious.
Wi-Fi is very important. That can make or break your morning sometimes. You have a lot of your customers that are home-based businesses in a sense, but they don't want to be at home, so they come in here and they use the Wi-Fi. And I've had it where my Wi-Fi's gone down. Maybe the local phone company is doing something in the area that's caused it to shut down for a few hours. And I've had people, you know, they get their coffee and they leave, and they say, "Well, I have to get some work done today," so they'll find another place where there's a hot spot. I don't know how some of the chains get away with charging for Wi-Fi, because I can't imagine having clientele having to pay for it. It's just something that is a cost of doing business for us.
The reason I prefer to work at Austin's rather than just at home is I like the environment of the hustle and bustle of the coffee shop. You know, I'm the kind of person where I need distractions in order to focus, whereas like working in silence kind of distracts me. So I come in here because there's like so many different inspirations to pull from too, with the art displays on the wall and stuff. It helps me get inspired and design better too. So
one thing I've learned is, as a business owner of a coffee shop, you cannot create the culture. You can make the place look aesthetically pleasing to a certain genre, but it's your clientele that creates it. And as long as you understand that fact and you allow the business to evolve with the clientele, then the culture will come with it. Just like with the art shows, my walls are decorated based on who the current artists are that are contacting me for shows. And that's what I love about it, is I never have to try to create any kind of culture. It's not me, it's them. They create the culture. All I have to do is offer basically a home for it, a a welcoming center. And how we create it is just opening up. We have something that goes on every night of the week here, and by having something that goes on every night of the week, it allows different genres, whether it be comedy or music or poetry, and whatever's happening in the poetry world at that moment or whatever's happening in the music world at that moment, it just gives it a home, a place for them to put it out there. And the public can decide what they want or don't want, and thereby this union of events and people coming to attend them and people talking about what they liked and didn't like, there's a culture created.
What we like most about the entertainment is like I said, it's probably the closest to a big city you can get. It's all local, it's all indie, it's a breath of fresh air.
You know, there's a certain romance to owning a coffee shop. So you get people that ask you all day long, you know, a million questions about owning a coffee shop, and I tell them, don't own a coffee shop unless you're ready to work hard. I know it seems easy and it seems cool because they think you're just serving a cup of coffee, but you're not. You're behind the scenes. My staff is busting butt back there, and I tell people, you know, they have to give off the appearance that it's a very loungy, chill atmosphere. But when it comes to working, we're behind the scenes. There's a prep list every day of 1,000 things we have to do just to make this little coffee shop viable. So I tell anybody, you know, unless you've got a background in food and beverage, be prepared to work really, really hard, because 80 hours a week, not including what my partners have to put in around their day jobs. They have to donate some time too to help me out. So it's a lot of work to try to make this little place, you know, hopefully break profit.
When I think of coffee culture, I picture all the people, you know, huddled over their little laptops and working on stuff. I like to think that there's a lot of people like me that are self-employed, maybe designers or something like that. I know I see other designers in here. Or just, I picture, you know, like younger people, but kids having a good time and maybe getting some work done. And the local music scene and everything seems to play a big part as well with the shows they have here. So that's what I would think of.